What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is another episode of Straight from the Block, only on 92.6 WKBP The Spot. You can listen to us every Saturday, 3 p.m. on that station. Go download the app. I'm your host, Deplano, co-host, holla at him.
Boy, you already roll with this, man. It's your boy Questroll, a.k.a. Crip Baylor. Stop playing with me early on a Saturday morning.
Aston Martin, ladies and gentlemen, aka Mr. Martin, however you want to do it, Mr. Martin, Aston Martin, I'm in the building. I'm the same person. Let's get
it. Yes, he is. All right, so we're gonna this is gonna be somewhat of a flow episode. Let's give big ups because New York has been lit. And we don't normally talk hockey. New York Rangers just went on to 4-2 victory. Series victory, and they're going to what we would consider their Eastern Conference Finals, and they're waiting their next opponent. So if the Knicks could somehow, some way, figure it out, New York would have two teams in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think that would have New York extra lit.
The streets are going to be flooded with foolery.
Foolery.
New York is gonna be wild.
The last time that happened was like in the 90s. I think 99.
Yeah.
Mark Messier.
Yeah. The 90s.
The Knicks went to the finals.
The shortened season.
Season. Patrick got hurt. Camby. Okay.
I'll tell you this about Nick. Yo, New York, we don't win a lot. But when these niggas get into anything that look like remotely winning, dude, I see other people celebrate, nigga. New Yorkers be acting a fucking fool, bro. Like, what's the page I follow on Instagram? When the niggas be outside of the fucking venue and the niggas be outside just wilding, bro. Niggas be wilding.
It be that Knick fan TV shit. I think they do be wilding though. They be wilding.
Listen, and I'm telling y'all, this dude is a fool, but he gets them even rowdier, and he be doing the dumbest shit out there too. No, Spidey cuz. Remember last year he be wilding. He be wilding. He makes them go crazy too because he does dumb shit, and other people like, oh, I want to yeah. New York don't know how to act.
No, we don't. We don't. Not at all. Not even a little bit. We know how to act. Not even.
Y'all gotta catch y'all out. Y'all gotta catch a hockey game in person, bro. That shit is amazing, bro. Like I see, like why niggas like hockey, bro. Hockey in person is dumb exciting, bro. It's like it's nonstop action.
I'll try it. I'm not afraid to go to a hockey game. I think it will be an experience. I'll say that.
Definitely. When I went, I was in the skybox.
Is this skybox? All right. The other New York City team that we'll mention just briefly, real quick. The Yankees right now, 31-15, top of the AL. So New York right now looking real good. New York looking real good. I had to just shine a light on New York real quick.
You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
Wasn't the Yankees trash last year?
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I'm shining a light on them. I'm shining a light on them. And then last but not least, the Liberty is 2-0. They gave Caitlin had a 10 turnovers in her first game. But that second game, oh Lord, that second game, the Liberty and Sabrina made sure to let her know, say, welcome. 102-66. 102-66. She had 9 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, right? But she shot, wait, I want to make sure I get this right because she shot poorly.
Like 2 for 18, I think.
Yeah, she shot poorly that game, and she was 2 for 8. 2 for 8 in that game. 2 for 8 that game.
I don't think I mean nothing. Like she just learned it. It's the curve. Like she just came from college.
Yeah. But see, this is let's stick to the WNBA for a second.
Okay.
Once again, shout out to Candace Parker and her retirement.
Yeah, the GOAT.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
That's a GOAT for me. That's
Easy.
when you talk about a basketball career.
Yeah,
She's done it all, bro. She's done it all, and she's amazing on camera as an analyst. I love her. Yeah.
It's everything.
Excellent. Yeah, excellent career. Everything. Shout out to Candace Parker and happy retirement. Also, congratulations on her new position. But the WNBA now is getting charter flights, and we know that is a Caitlin Clark / effect, right? Where now there's going to be so many people, these arenas are being sold out to see her, etc., so forth and so on, right? So, with that being said, my thing is, yes, it's a learning curve, but she has eyes on her. Right? She's supposed to really elevate. When you start getting charter flights, you're supposed to be elevating the sport. And for her first 2 games, it's been I mean, let's be real. What does any of us expect her to average this season? What do you expect her to average?
I mean, she has like OD hypes, like LeBron coming out of high school type hype behind her, right? So it's a lot to live to. I'm not gonna say I'm not paying attention to the first 2 games, but I'm not gonna let the first 2 games be like, oh, this is what it is. She'll get it together. Like, I mean, like, was she straight to it? Nah. All right, cool. But these are the best women in the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not college no more, where you're the best. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now it's other people that are stronger, you know what I mean? Stronger, faster. These are the pros. It's a learning curve. She'll get it. Plus, her team is trash. So they relying on her to, you know what I mean, as a rookie, take a lot of brunt of, you know what I'm saying, like the offense. Like, they got to find the system. Like, she'll get it together, bro. I don't think it's a big deal. I still think she's going to average like 20.
Okay. We'll see.
I think she's going to average 20 and 7 assists a game. Okay? I feel like right now, she has a target on her. She has a bullseye on her, and everybody wants to play her like it's already out how to play her. Play her physical. Don't give her no space and get up underneath her. She doesn't like physicality. So you see females just on her body. Wherever she's going, they on her body. They saw this from the championship game, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, they peeped this from the championship game when SC kind of, you know what I'm saying, was on her body. So it's like her teammates have to set better screens to get her open. Her teammates got to realize that she is the hope, not only for this league, for the city, but for us if we want to win. And they got to set that bitch better screen so she can get open and knock down some open motherfucking shots. But that's neither here nor there. I feel like she's gonna get it, like you said. She's gonna get accustomed to it and start doing her thing, and she'll find a way to average 20 and 7.
Yeah, I agree.
For Candace Parker, out of all the accolades that Candace Parker has on her ship, the most ridiculous one to me is that she won Rookie of the Year and MVP her first year in the WNBA. That shit is retarded. Like, just think about how we saying right now, Caitlin Clark is going against grown women. They're professionals. They bigger. They stronger. They ready for her. They was on the same type of timing with Candace Parker, and she bust all their ass. I'm the best motherfucker here.
Only difference is
and the MVP. That shit's crazy. Like,
only difference is Candace just have the super hype behind her. Like,
that's crazy.
Got the literal league on her back, technically.
But she didn't. The thing is that Candace didn't have that hype behind her because she also showed improve in college. Everybody knew what Candace was going to be coming out. You know what I mean? Like, because she was already amazing in Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, there was no hype. Listen, we know why there's hype because Angel Reese, shout out to the Bayou Barbie, who had 12 and 8
card.
Huh?
I was waiting for the race card.
No. It's no race card. It's just that Angel Reese, her debut, 12 and 8, nothing crazy, right? But the point is that the hype surrounding Caitlin is different for other players who's already been doing something. Look at the reason why I'm bringing up Angel Reese. Angel Reese already won a title in college? Why isn't the hype around her? Right? The hype's not around Cardoso with them winning. You follow what I'm saying? So even if I didn't want to play the race card, we understand that there's a certain level of hype surrounding Caitlin Clark with her not really having accomplished nothing but putting up crazy numbers. You feel what I'm saying? Candace Parker, she was doing it all in college. And then she just came, as Kay mentioned, came into the league and just continued. She just continued doing exactly what she was doing. And she did it great. And I think it was even fitting that after the first person to ever dunk, which was Lisa Leslie, it was Candace Parker. And they was on the same team. They was on the Sparks. So it was just like, listen, you can't write a story better for Candace. That shit was just a fucking, that's like if somebody scripted it, they scripted it perfectly for her. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, Angel Reese, 12-8 in her debut. They play, I believe, do they play today? Yeah, they play today. They play the Dallas Wings today. Sparks' Aces play today. Liberty and Caitlin Clark play again today at 1:00.
Who was the other game Caitlin played? Who they played?
They played the first the Connecticut Suns, yeah. So she had 20 in her debut. And
so now that I'm paying attention to certain stuff. I haven't caught a game yet, but I got a couple of new boos.
Who's the new boos?
NBA boos. Shorty that was on Connecticut that was guarding Caitlin. Was that Dejanay? Something like that. Something like that. I think it's Lord Jesus. Lord, hey Dejanay. I think that's her name, but hey.
Wait, Dejanay, what team she played for?
I think she's
the Connecticut. He's for Connecticut.
Okay.
Lord, man, Jesus. I got a few new boos, but we're gonna get into that later. That's another conversation.
You just accumulating new boos.
Yeah, I got until I get chose.
Act like you don't know how the game go. We on trying to
get chose. I'm trying to get
Hey, Miss Parker. Hey, Miss Parker.
Fly me out. Listen, I get to the hotel room. I ain't no front. I know what we came for. Let me slide out these draws. I know what we came for. I ain't got some play.
Oh my God, I can't. All right, let's talk. Let's finish talking playoffs. Today, OKC Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks is up in this series 3-2. It's do or die for OKC.
I'm waiting for it. I know it's either you
do or die for OKC. It's do or die for OKC. What's you guys' thoughts? Who y'all picking to come out this series? Let me know. I've already made my pick. I'm gonna stick to it. I know what my original pick was, but I made some comments the last show.
What's your original pick and who you sticking with? Talk to us.
Well, okay, the original pick was OKC. I had OKC going to the Western Conference Final. Mm-hmm. But I said there's something about the Dallas Mavericks and Kyrie Irving and what they got going on over there that I think they might pull this off. Kyrie's the only one over there with that playoff experience and gone far. And when we talk about two young teams in experience, the only one who got it is Kyrie Irving, and that might be the difference. So I think Dallas might come out of this series. And after this last game, that made it even worse. The worst thing that could have happened for OKC too is that Tim Hardaway Jr. came back, right? But he's not. I'm gonna let Kay talk about it because he talked about last episode. What was the X factor? Who was the person, the difference maker in the series? And SGA has not been getting the help he was getting all season with Jalen Williams and other guys. So I mean, I'm gonna let the co-host holler at him. I see Kay's ready, so come in swinging, my guy. Come in swinging.
Yeah,
I want OKC to win. I chose OKC. I like OKC. But like I said before, man, it depends on the big man. If Chet Holmgren is going to get battered up and get pushed around by Lively and by Gafford, then OKC, once again, they're going to be too small because those adjustments, those trade pieces that Dallas brought in have made a huge fucking difference. That two-headed monster of Gafford and Lively, they're making a difference. They're making a difference. Chet Holmgren, you can't finish a game with 3 rebounds, my boy. You can't finish a game with 3 rebounds and expect your team to win. You're 7'2". You are the big, all right? You're skilled as fuck. Cool. You could cross niggas up, but you disappear. And when you're disappearing, Gafford is catching fucking oops. He's catching dunks. He's rebounding. He's blocking shots. They are changing the game. They are changing the game where you see OKC don't even want to go to the paint no more. Everybody's shooting. No one is going to the hole no more because Gafford and Lively have turned them away so much that everything is from the outside. And on the other end, niggas is going to that Baja. Chet, you may have a block here, but you ain't intimidating nobody. You're not stopping niggas all day from coming to that motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? He's not the only problem, but as I mentioned that as an X factor going into this shit, you really see what I was talking about with Lively and Gafford doing their motherfucking thing, leaving their imprints all over the game, and Chet Holmgren got 3 rebounds. I don't give a fuck about your 12 points, my boy. I care about your rebound. I care about your blocks and how many shots you turned away. Jalen Williams ain't been delivering like how he needs to deliver. And that's why OKC is in the spot they're in right now. Straight up. If Jalen Williams was balling and giving Shea the help, even the last game OKC should be up. That game was in OKC. No one came out to help this nigga Shea play. Everybody was on their shit. They want to shoot jump shots, shoot jump shots. Then when your shot's not missing, you don't know how to go in the hole no more. All right, you're not getting foul calls because guess what? It's the playoffs, and niggas told you it was physical in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? You got that sweep in the first round, and you thought, oh, yeah, that's the physicality. No, it gets more and more physical, and the referees bury their whistles even more. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to let y'all play. Y'all got to act like it. Y'all got to come out with that shit. Man. I'm scary. The thing about Dallas is that we haven't seen a great game from Luka and Kyrie at the same damn time. They've been picking and choosing, like these 2 games is Kyrie, then like the first 3 games is Kyrie going crazy in the second half. You know what I'm saying? And then Luka said, yo, I'm letting Kyrie down. I said, it's over. If Luka start talking like that, look out. You know what I'm saying? He's been going crazy now, but for both of them to have a good game at the same time, it ain't happening. And if that should happen, like OKC. I want them to go far, but Dallas is just proving they're the grittier team. You know what I'm saying? They get to all the loose balls, they throwing all the elbows, and they're just the grittier, more physical team. And that plays out. That definitely plays a huge part in the playoffs.
Well, I think before you start, Quest, I just want to point out 2 things. It's a lot of things that's becoming very obvious. Like Jason Kidd is the head coach of this team, right? And we know how much of a veteran he is and the experience he has. And that might be showing as well. And in the grittiness and the toughness of that team. But the second thing is you spoke about Chet Holmgren. I just want to run out these numbers and only this stat, which is the blocks. He's had 3 on the first game, 2, 4, and the last game was 1. So he has games where he could be
effective
defensive, a rim protector in some games, and in some games he can't be. But I think the word you said, the Gafford and these guys are out muscling him a little bit, and now it's like they realize I ain't got no reason to be scared of you. So I think that's a dangerous thing. Go ahead, Quest.
So I mean, you know, Chet is my guy too. I've been following Chet since high school. I always said that his size, like his stature, was going to be a problem. And then when he's playing against these other bigs who may not be as tall as him, but are able to just bully him and move him around, it makes a big difference, bro. Like it makes a big difference. And like he said, like he's gonna get blocks. He's 7 foot something. He's gonna get some blocks. But it ain't always about blocks as a big man. You gotta be. This is why, and I want to get to that later about Rudy Gobert and the Defensive Player of the Year. And I felt like I made a mistake, and I feel like he does deserve it. But anyway, neither here nor there. Rudy Gobert, besides just getting his blocks, he alters shots. You're not just coming. People think about going to when they see Wembanyama at the rim, they think about I might not. They change course. Like they're not always trying to go up somebody's chest. Like, let me take this mid range instead of going straight to the rack. Chet doesn't have that effect. Niggas see Chet and they're like, oh, here we go. Like they're gonna go up his chest. Pause. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they going at him. They going at him because they don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, he's an OD threat. He got to step it up. Other people got to step it up. It's no reason why, besides SGA getting 30, somebody else got to give me 20. Like somebody else, nobody's getting over what, 15? Like somebody got to give me something else. We can't win with just SGA getting 30 and other niggas only getting 12, 11. You know what I mean? Like, got to step it up. SGA can't do it all by himself. Like
next thing, they benching Giddey to bring in Isaiah Joe, and Isaiah Joe is missing everything. Bring back fucking Giddey. This nigga Joe ain't gonna hit his shots.
Yeah, I didn't understand that thing. I'm not sure why they did that, but
it was clear. It was very clear why they did that. Giddey was having a horrible series. Giddey has not been showing up for that series, and that last game he got benched was one of his better performances, which is weird.
But then what's his name ain't do like he didn't really give you much either though.
No, but they need Joe to spread the floor. They need more shooters. You know what I'm saying? They realize they need more shooters. Niggas that can spread the floor and hit down the open shot. And Joe is a way better shooter than Giddey. So that's why he gets it to spread the floor for him.
Now, I will say this.
He ain't hitting shit.
Yeah, I know how. Remember what I said? I said, like, I don't know. They seem like they going to make me bite my words. Remember I kept saying, this ain't Dallas. This ain't what Dallas do. Dallas don't play no defense.
They play fucking defense. They bite your fucking tongue right now. Because they got three primary niggas that all they do is defense. They don't even look to score. They just fucking defend, and they do it at a high fucking level. All right, that Derrick Jones Jr., that PJ Washington, them motherfuckers defend at a high level, 1 through 5.
So hold on, now listen. Derrick Jones is my son from when he was in Miami. I like Derrick Jones. I always like Derrick Jones, and where he's at right now is a perfect fit. Like. What we always say about sometimes like talent and you be somewhere it just don't fit, he fits. Like this is a fit for him. He gets to show out, like he gets to display his talent.
Jason Kidd. I give Derrick Jones Jr. credit to Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd had the faith to start him, play him, and say, you're a starter on my team. On my team, you're a starter. So go out there with his confidence and bust ass. And this season has been his best season by far as a pro. We spoke about that already.
Wait. Watch this, Kay. Every team, right? Every team needs a Derrick Jones Jr., a.k.a. Jaden McDaniels, a.k.a. You know what I'm saying? Like every team needs that one guy that you don't need to do anything. I just need you to lock up, play your game, be athletic. Yeah, I don't need you to just be like the scorer or whatever. Just come in and you're the guy nobody's paying attention to anyway. Nobody's thinking about Jaden McDaniels. Nobody's thinking about Derrick Jones Jr. You know what I mean? Nobody's thinking about these guys, but those are the glue guys.
Also, like with PJ Washington is the reason why Dallas is at where they're at. He's been for the playoffs, he's been consistent the whole playoffs. He's been consistent all playoffs. He's fucking good, and it's annoying me. And I want to see Kyrie win. Because Kyrie the only OG we got left in the playoffs. I want to see Kyrie win. But I can't because they bumped my team. So I don't want to. But damn it, Gina.
While we on that topic of hate and animosity, just getting off your motherfucking chest. I hate how fucking good Kyrie is playing in Dallas and you ain't doing shit in Brooklyn. Where the fuck was this Kyrie in Brooklyn?
It's not Kyrie.
Whoa.
I'm not blaming Kyrie's fault in Brooklyn.
Do not do that, Kay. Don't do that. Let me tell you. Wait. We said this in the earlier episode, right? There's a difference in what's going on right now in Dallas than is going on in Brooklyn. It's the same player, right? It's the same. Wait. It's the same player. The difference is he's being embraced. Okay? And if Brooklyn would have had his back from the very beginning with all that shit, there would have been no fucking problems.
Mm-hmm. I agree. They threw him to the wolves. They did him dirty.
Yeah. Because he was bringing a whole lot of fuckery in the locker room. He ain't bringing no fuckery to Dallas. You ain't hear nothing about him negative in Dallas.
Everybody love him in Dallas. Brooklyn was a fucking hot piece of shit mess from the very beginning. You know it.
Watch your
because Kyrie didn't have to be there. Wait. Kyrie didn't have to be there to be fucked up. Harden made it fucked up. Ben Simmons made it fucked up. KD was the only solid person on that team.
We're going to talk about the Knicks soon. Just remember that, motherfucker. Your team is coming.
Let me ask you a question.
We're going to talk about the Knicks.
Let me ask you a question, Kay. When Kyrie was in Brooklyn, did you ever hear any teammates say he was causing ruckus in the locker room?
No.
Okay, then. The media.
When we was in the media, what the fuck are y'all niggas talking about? In the media, he was bugging.
The media, but that's the media.
Let's not go with. Let's not. Hey! I vented. I got off my chest. Let's move on.
We're gonna move on to one thing because he brought up something, and I just wanted to make sure I got this information before I asked him a question. What was it? What did you see? This is directed to you, Mr. Bayless. What did you see after doing some research that made you change your mind about Rudy Gobert winning Defensive Player of the Year?
So, stat-wise, Wembanyama had it, right? But then I also, like, when I looked into it and I heard other people talking, like, I forgot who it was, brought up a point. He anchored what was Minnesota's ranking?
Number one defense.
There was he anchored the number one defense in the NBA. San Antonio Spurs was like 16, 17. You know what I'm saying? Like, so everything, like, besides, like we said, like, it ain't always about, all right, he get more blocks than him or whatever, but it's also about him. He's the anchor of the best defense in the NBA. So I see what weathered him and the shit that he does for the team, besides just blocks and defensively, how he gets all of them, him being the anchor around all of these niggas being defensive now, and then being the best defensive team in the NBA. I understand now why he got it. And at the beginning of the season, Wembanyama, it was a consistent thing. Like, Wembanyama, second half of the season, started getting his, you know what I'm saying, getting more in tune with whatever. And Gobert was consistent throughout the whole season and anchored the number one defense in the NBA. So I get why he got it now. Like, it makes more sense now. Like, yeah, like, he anchored the best defense in the NBA. These niggas' defense, for him to be having X amount of blocks, that team defense was trash. You don't think so? So just because he got more blocks is why he should just...
No.
You don't think that his team was the best defensive player of the year was on the best defensive team in the NBA? You don't feel
first of all, that's a very logical statement, right? It's very logical. I can't argue what you're saying. I have an issue with the idea that, yes, he anchored it, but think about the team defensively. You think about from the start of attack with Mike Conley at the point, right? Then you think about Ant-Man, who locks up. Then you think about Jaden McDaniel, who locks up. The only person that doesn't play defense that well on the starting five is Cat, and he's been playing defense. So when you talk about him anchoring an already strong defensive team, that is not. I don't think that helps. Wait.
Let me say something. Let me chime in. I got the point right now. You got to remember now, D. This is not Rudy Gobert's first year there with this roster. He was there last season, and last season they weren't the number one defense in the league. Rudy Gobert had to get himself. He had a family issue. He was unhealthy and all that last year when he got there. This is the first season when he was there from the beginning of the year, and he's all the way healthy, and you see the difference he makes on the team now. You know what I'm saying? Because all of them players you spoke about, D, they were there before, and they wasn't locking up. Their team defense wasn't in the top 10. But now this season with a healthy Gobert from day one in training camp, they've been on it. They've been on it. Like, he talks. Like, yo, you do that, you do that. Send them to me. You send them to me, I erase.
Which is my point.
He's like a Kevin Garnett. He's vocal out there. He vocally leads them when it comes defensively. You know what I'm saying? And he's that, like he's been doing that all year. And he gets the other four niggas, they play with a defensive freedom, knowing the Eiffel Tower.
Exactly. Which is my point. Thank you, Kay. Which is exactly my point. Like what he affects, how he changed that team. Like the team last year wasn't that good defensively at all. Remember, they was trash last year. They're overachieving this year. This year they're wilding. Like nobody expected this from the Timberwolves. We know this. Nobody expected this. Well, all right, maybe you did. Maybe you did.
Well, no, I honestly, so I want to, give props to both of you guys, my co-hosts, for making that point. I just would like to say that there's a world, because this is just how my brain works. There's a world in which we're giving him credit for something he may not have been the reason for. It may have just been the coach finally figuring out how to, because Minnesota was a mess, not only defensively, it just wasn't working. Wasn't working offensively as well. We can honestly agree that Minnesota didn't look like it was going to mesh, and then they figured it out this year. But I'm not sure that he could be credited for it, but he can also not be credited for the turnaround and how they've all pieced it together. It could be the coach. I'm not sure. I don't know who to point to, but I can see him getting credit for it and not getting credit for it. I could just see both sides.
But all we're saying is, he already got credit for it because he got the Defensive Player of the Year. And now the homie understands why he got it, because Roe was so against it, but now he understands.
And I understand.
So he already got the credit for it.
I'm not mad. Like before, I was like, y'all bugging. But then when I look at it, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Like I didn't look at other shit. Like I'm only looking at the blocks. I'm only looking
but so to your point, because we chopping it up. This is regular block shit, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we do, right? This ain't no organized show today. We doing block shit, right? But Quest, this is my point to the MVP conversation. The same exact reason what you're saying in regards to Gobert being the best defensive team and getting Defensive Player of the Year. Right? When we start talking about that MVP conversation, we talk about who's on the top of each, you know what I'm saying? Like, et cetera, and so forth. That's why I was so upset in regards to who got votes. You get what I'm saying? Because the best team in the NBA didn't have their main guy even get a first place vote. And in the West, the number one team, that dude didn't get the MVP award. So that's the type of stuff that bothers me, because you're making a great point, but it don't apply for other awards, for other shit.
No, I get what you're saying. Like,
so why that happens every year though, D? They use different criterias and different stat sheets and different dilemmas for every award.
And that's where I disagree. It's no consistency.
Like the voting should be consistent.
No. The MVP has been consistent. I'm telling you, you got to do it 2 years in a row. I guarantee you, if Shea is wilding next season, if Shea is averaging 30 next year, and OKC is in the top 5, he's getting MVP.
Okay. All I'm saying is that I don't care. You could look at it from that prism, and I think you got a point. My thing is, you just laid out, Quest. You just laid out the criteria in why Rudy Gobert got the award, and I'm just saying it should be consistent. That format should be consistent with all the awards.
Well, think about it like this, right? Luka has been wilding the past 4 years. Luka has been wilding.
Why do you keep bringing up 4 years, bro? Come on, man.
You cutting me off, D. I don't cut you off, my good brother. I'll let you speak and I'll let you finish what you're saying.
You're right. My apologies. Go ahead.
Luka has been doing what he's been doing, averaging 30, averaging triple-double. He's been putting up the closest thing to Joker-type numbers besides Giannis. Luka was never in the MVP conversation. This year was the only year where he actually got it beside the final 3, because his team was actually like top 5, top 4. His team ain't have to be 1, 2, or 3 for him to get in there, because he's been wilding every year.
So let me say this about the MVP shit, right? So when you look at it, the MVP award is always going to be geared toward a big man, because big men get more stats than a guard or anyone smaller, because it's easy for them. They get rebounds, they get blocks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Their field goal percentage is always usually higher. Like to me, I feel like the MVP award is geared toward big men. So when someone smaller comes along and then is in the running for the MVP, it's a big deal. Nigga Joker led his team in points, rebounds, assists, field goal percentage. Like he filled everything that you can lead your team in, he led. I'm not sure if it's the same for SGA, but like I said, with a big man, especially if a big man like with Joker's skill set, he's gonna do way more. Like it looks, especially when you look at it on paper, it's way more than what somebody else is, especially that's not a big man.
So okay, what? So back to the Ganja Man real quick. When we talk about consistency, right, in the MVP award, someone should deserves it, doesn't get it, someone else gets it. Then there's a makeup year. We agree that that's been the motivation. The reason why you keep bringing up 4 years bothers me because the 4 years doesn't matter in the Luka conversation because as consistent as he was and has been, there's no makeup for him. Like he didn't do better than the guys that won it. So it's no reason he's never going to get a makeup for what he's done. And numbers, we can agree that numbers can be inflated based on being not that great of a team. Right now, this year, he's had a better team than he's had in several years. Right, when you have a counterpart like Kyrie, right, and y'all playing off each other, this is his best 1-2 punch, if I'm correct. And even when he had KP was injured, he put up slightly, whatever. But this is this best 1-2 punch, right?
Best 1-2 punch was Brunson. They went to the Western Conference Finals.
No, it was not Brunson.
They went to the Western Conference Finals, D.
Okay.
They went to the Western Conference Finals.
Okay.
It wasn't Brunson though. Like,
it wasn't the Brunson exactly. Please, let's not make an unnecessary argument. Brunson did it. Brunson had a nice little run in the playoffs. He's not Kyrie. He wasn't Kyrie Irving, and he wasn't Kyrie Irving even right now. Kyrie Irving is still Kyrie Irving. So
wait. Are y'all dumb? Are y'all dumb? Do y'all not realize that Dallas lost Jalen Brunson, and Dallas ain't do shit until they got a Kyrie that can do the same thing that Jalen Brunson was doing. That's why they're here right now. Dallas thought that Brunson wasn't that guy. We can do without him. Let's let him go to New York for 4 years.
First of all, I'm hurt because you cut me off. Now you cut me off to go in your rant.
But no, I said y'all threw it to me. So I said, "Oh, y'all dumb."
No, ain't nobody throw that to you. Nobody throw that to you. All right.
I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
Jalen Brunson didn't average 20 points a game as Jalen Brunson on the Dallas Mavericks. That is what Kyrie Irving has been doing this year.
What about in the playoffs?
No, we're not talking. I said the same player. Yes, we all know he had a great run in the playoffs, okay? We know he had a great run. Nobody's saying he's not. He didn't. But he was not Kyrie Irving. This has been his best 1-2 punch. Dallas Mavericks, to my point, finished 5th in the league at 50-32. Now, I'm going to ask you a serious question. Who had a better team this year and had to work with more? Luka Doncic or Jalen Brunson? Jalen Brunson's team had the same record.
Who had a better team, Luka or Jalen?
Yes.
Jalen.
Okay.
I did not think you was going to take that bait. I didn't think you was going to. What? You really think so? Everybody was injured.
Everybody's injured, but when the Knicks are healthy with Julius Randle and OG, if the Knicks are healthy,
but they weren't.
They have a deeper team.
But they weren't injured. Luka's team hasn't had injury problems all season. They've been good.
Who's been hurt for Dallas? Tim Hardaway? Who's been hurt for them?
But that's what I'm saying. Like they didn't have
Dallas started going crazy after the trade of Gafford and Lively. But before that, my nigga, what are we talking about here? The Knicks are a good team. The Knicks have 1-5 with a healthy roster. A healthy roster, the Knicks are the better team. You ask me who had a better team this year between Luka or Brunson, and I think about it, and with Julius Randle there.
Yeah, when they're healthy.
Julius there, I give it to the Knicks.
Yeah, healthy.
Okay, wait. Let me land this plane, Quest. Please, thank you. I appreciate this moment. Okay, let me land this shit.
Bring the land together.
So he gonna talk about when they healthy, right? You got to also remember that the Knicks went through the same transition as the Dallas Mavericks. It wasn't until the trade for OG Anunoby, when they traded RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley, that we quickly took off and went on a winning streak. Okay. Then Randall went down. Randall played 5 games with OG Anunoby, and then the Knicks took off with the squad you currently have been seeing injured with no Julius Randle, no Emmanuel Quickley, and no RJ Barrett on that team. Robinson went down, playing the same guys you're seeing right now throughout the season. So even though you would like to point to healthy, the team they had was not available. So if they're not available, they can't play. So that's the team you're working with in order to win. So Dallas had a much healthier team throughout the season, and even after the trade remained healthy, whereas the Knicks did not. Jalen Brunson was working with less. Shot up to 50 and 32, second in the East. Luka Doncic is number 5 in the tougher conference, as you guys point out pretty regularly, right? However, with those points being made, Jalen Brunson didn't get a first place vote, which is crazy.
I agree.
Wait, is your plane landed?
It's landed. It's landed.
So you did all of that to complain about the same shit you've been complaining about since the MVP, that Jalen Brunson ain't get 1 vote for the first place. So you did all of that just for that.
No, not just for that. I made several points. I made several points. Because you keep talking about 4 years ago, Luka been doing the same thing. Luka been doing the same thing for 4 years. He had a better team than Brunson.
Luka has better stats than Jalen Brunson. Are you dumb? Luka averages damn a triple-double. He averages 9 assists and damn 10 rebounds. Tell me when Jalen Brunson averaged a triple-double.
I never said he did.
So stop comparing him to Luka. Don't do that.
Okay,
Luka is Luka magic. There's only 2 players that do what Luka do in the league. It's him and Joker. They make the triple-double look easy. They make it look easy. They get triple-double at halftime. Everyone thinks they could do it. No, it's not easy, bruv. This is the NBA. You're getting rebounds, points, and assists at an alarming fucking rate. You're in top 3 in all 3 categories. You're in top 5 in all 3 categories. Points, rebounds, and assists in a league of professional fucking killers.
Okay, hold on, Kay.
Wait, he landed his plane. Don't put big body Brunson in the same category as Luka the fucking Don. They bring something completely different to the NBA. Luka is on another plateau than Jalen, my boy.
Can I? All right. So with that said, right? Is there a different, like, this is where numbers can be deceiving a little, because yeah, we hear the numbers, Kay. We see you're adamant about said numbers, right? But this is where the eye test comes in too, which is also a main part of basketball. We see the difference, though. I'm not taking nothing away from Luka. Luka's nice. Luka's nasty. I like Luka. But what Brunson is doing, even though he don't fill up every stat category like Luka, what he's doing for New York and his the effectiveness he has on New York. If he's not there, New York is 11. New York is playing. Like, if Jalen Brunson's not there,
I take nothing away from Brunson. I feel like y'all try to play him because, wait. Let's go back to when Dallas had their best team with Luka so far. They made it to the East, to the Western Conference Finals, and it was Jalen Brunson who was bugging that postseason. It was him, and then they got rid of him. They let him go to New York because they were dumb. And then the last 3 years, they ain't been doing shit without a point guard without Jalen Brunson. So they went and got Kyrie. They got a player because they realized, damn, Luka needs somebody who could score whenever the fuck he want to score. Luka needs somebody else who could run the offense. Luka needs a real point guard. You know what I'm saying? Because we saw what he did with Brunson. So we're going to get Kyrie. Kyrie, who's more skilled and all that, but we're going to get Kyrie because we see what Luka needs because we played ourselves by letting Brunson walk.
All right, but listen, all right, back to what I'm saying.
They know they needed Kyrie because of what Brunson did for them in the playoffs. In the playoffs, what Brunson did for Dallas, what he did for Luka. You know what I'm saying? That's why they went and got Kyrie, and that's why they look so good. And that's why the Knicks look so good because Brunson had shown that in the playoffs, I'm a different type of nigga. I'm that nigga. So that's why when the Knicks got Brunson, let me land my plane. When the Knicks got Brunson, I said, this nigga's the truth. Oh, okay, you ain't seen do shit. I just seen a nigga do it in the playoffs when it count the most. The nigga damn near put Dallas on his back with Luka on his team. He's going to come to New York and he's going to wild out. Oh, no, we're not going to be all that. We're not going to be all that. All right. Then they had a chance to get Donovan Mitchell. My co-host says, we're not good enough. Donovan Mitchell is not going to make a difference. Jalen is not that guy where he's going to bring us, you know what I'm saying? If the Knicks had Donovan Mitchell right now with Jalen Brunson, they will be favorite to beat Boston. What are we talking about?
What I'm saying, I think we might be almost saying the same thing. I'm not taking away nothing from Jalen. My point is that if Jalen's not there, New York, if Jalen goes down, right, New York is 11th.
Yeah.
Right? MVP is what? Most valuable player, right?
So what? So, if Luka goes down, where's Dallas?
All right, K, wait. I'll let you bow.
I'm rolling up right now. I got to calm down. I'm rolling up.
If Jalen goes down, New York is literally probably out the playoffs, right? Correct, right? If Luka goes down, are the Mavericks still going to be in the playoffs? Because they still have Kyrie. Who's next up after Jalen's down? Because Julius is already injured, right? So if Jalen was to go down, the Knicks would have been a dub all the way. If Luka would have went down, Mavericks still would have been all right because they still got Kyrie. You get my point. My point is what Jalen Brunson brung or what he is to the Knicks organization is, and what he's been doing in his play shows the importance of him and why he should have got more than one first place vote, which is my point and which is what I think D is trying to say. Like, he's the pieces that they had around him and for what he is for that team is why he should have got more. If Luka would have went down, they still have Kyrie and the rest of that team. If Jalen goes down, dub. They go nowhere. We don't see them right now. They don't get 50 wins. It's a dub. Correct?
If Luka goes down, what the fuck is Kyrie doing in the West with them niggas he got right there? Not a motherfucking thing. Are we dumb? Kyrie's not taking him to the playoffs. This is the West. Remember the teams in the West. Remember the teams in the West. Sacramento didn't make it. Golden State didn't make it. Like, you need more than one player and a bunch of role players. Kyrie wasn't leading Dallas to the playoffs this year without Luka. No.
Okay.
I just have one question and this is just for clarity. This is not me landing no point or plane, right? So, wasn't Luka wasn't Luka injured part of those playoffs where Brunson was going crazy? Didn't Luka get injured that playoffs that Brunson went dumb?
I think he did.
I think he did.
Yeah. Now that you said it.
I think he wasn't 100%. You're right.
And, I mean, I know they played off each other well, but the reason why Brunson made his name in those playoffs is because when Luka went down,
he stepped up and he held the Mavs down in them playoffs. In order for them to get to the Western Conference Final, if I'm correct, I'm just trying to remember. I'm trying to recall.
And he showed them. He showed that Luka needs another point guard because what Brunson did, Brunson wasn't scoring a lot of points back then. He wasn't doing the 40s and the 31s that he's doing in New York right now. It wasn't them type of numbers he was putting up, but he was running the offense and getting everybody around him easy shots. He made the offense much easier. Everybody waited for Luka to do that shit all the time. Brunson showed that I can run this offense, get great shots, and if these niggas is gonna fuck up, I'm gonna get to the paint. There's no one stopping me from getting to the fucking paint. And when I'm in the paint, I could do what I want to do. Trust me, coach.
I mean, even so though, like let's keep it funky. Back then, when Brunson was on the Mavs, if you got the choice back then, I'm not saying now, if you got the choice of fucking Kyrie or him, you're gonna fucking pick Kyrie. Maybe not so much now if you had the choice, but back then, if I got the choice to get Kyrie over Brunson, niggas gonna pick Kyrie over. Period. Brunson. Now, if you make that decision, you'll be like, but then you're gonna pick Kyrie over Brunson any day.
Of course, because we got to remember now.
The Mavericks had a chance to get it, and that's why. That's really what it was. Like they probably wanted to keep him, but nigga, we got a chance to get Kyrie.
No. Kyrie came years after they lost Brunson, my boy. That ain't happened like the next year.
My fault.
Yeah, Kyrie played the whole years in Brooklyn. Yeah, wow, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit ain't happened then. It wasn't. No, they thought they didn't want to pay that money for Brunson. They knew the Knicks. They knew the Knicks was going to throw the bag at him because his pops was there. The Knicks whole everything was setting up for him, and Dallas didn't think that they could outbid the Knicks. So when the Knicks gave him the 4-year 120, you know what I'm saying? They was like, "Oh, we can't match it. You better fucking match that shit." Was it the 5-year 120? But the contract he got from the Knicks, they deemed it was too much for him, because you got to remember now, Brunson was on the bench. He was a second-round pick who wasn't doing shit in the league. You know what I'm saying? He had the tutelage and he had the championship DNA from college, but in the league, his first 2 years, he ain't do shit. He had that one good year where he went dumb, and it was time to pay him. And they like, nah, we ain't paying you, my nigga. What about the 3 years he wasn't doing shit? Fuck out of here. Okay.
So, we spent a lot of time on this topic, but we have two very important topics to talk about, and that's tomorrow's Game 7s. Okay.
Well, it's so 2 Game 7s, right?
2 Game 7s. So let's really dive into these particular two, and dive into. I mean, no Diddy. Let's have a moment of silence for Diddy, because
nigga did a wrestling finisher to Cassie. That's not funny, but that's crazy. Like, yo, nigga. Okay, sorry. Neither here nor there.
Yeah. We had a moment of silence.
Yeah.
Moment of silence for Diddy. So let's talk about the early game first. Since we talking big body Brunson, let's get you guys predictions on this Game 7, Indiana versus the Knicks in the Garden. What are your thoughts?
I told y'all, like, don't sleep on Indiana. I told y'all. I said it. I said Indiana not gonna just gonna let these niggas win. Like, they're not gonna let these niggas just come over and do what the fuck they want. With the consistent play though, and this is like Indiana needs to take the chance now to, like, with the Knicks being like not at full, you know what I'm saying, like capacity, like they gotta, this is their shot and they can't miss. If they miss, like the way they played last game was Halliburton is due for a really big game. Like he hasn't been the Halliburton we've seen all season. I still got the Knicks pulling it off, but if he show up the way I think he's gonna show up, I don't know, man. I got the Knicks though. I ain't gonna lie. I do. I feel like this is their year. This is their time to, like, the time is now for them, and I feel like they're gonna answer. But I did tell niggas, don't sleep on this fucking Indiana team. Y'all better hope this nigga Paul George don't go there. If Paul George go to fucking Indiana, Paul George back in the East is gonna be beastie. Remember, Paul George, the only thing that was stopping Paul George in the East was LeBron and Miami team. Paul George was that guy in the East. I'm just saying. But anyway, yeah, I got the Knicks pulling in the Garden. The Garden's gonna be bad. It's gonna be wild. But Brunson also, if they lose, boy, is Brunson gonna get it. Like, this is what he gotta realize when you in New York. When you win, yeah, nigga, it's cool. But when you lose, nigga, the barrage you're about to get, niggas gonna be spray painting your cars. You ain't gonna get no chopped cheeses. The love gonna change immediately, my nigga. So you better get this W. You better get this W. If you don't get this W, nigga, you gonna see how fast niggas change on you in a New York minute, nigga.
On you, Ganja, man.
I had to light my ganja. Take your toe, let that. I'm gonna be real, as always. I feel like I don't want the Knicks to win. I think the Knicks are gonna win. It's game 7. It's in the Garden. They got everything on their side to win. If Josh Hart don't play, they're not winning.
Oh yeah.
If Josh Hart don't play, they can't handle no more injuries. Why I don't want the Knicks to win? I'm just being real. I'm a basketball fan. I enjoy watching New York and the energy when New York is winning, but I'm a basketball fan. I don't want to see this injured team go up against Boston. That shit is going to be a wash. I don't want to see that this version of the Knicks, as hurt and beat up as they are, play against a well-rested, all the way healthy Boston who's just been sitting there waiting like this. It's chilling. I don't want to see that. That's not going to be a good Eastern Conference Finals. This Pacer team, who is all the way healthy, all the way young, they got all the pieces they have. They're healthy. They don't have any injuries. Like, by the way, Ben Mathurin, a nigga here, there, but they healthy, and they'll make Boston. It will be the first time Boston has to fight for something this whole playoffs. They beat Miami.
Easy ride.
No Donovan Mitchell. I don't want them to play the Knicks with no Randall, no Mitchell, no this, no that, no this. It's like y'all played everybody when they was fucking hurt, Boston. So I want Boston to actually play against a healthy fucking team who could give them a run for their money in the East. But I think, like I said, the Knicks are going to win if Hart plays. And the 5 that's been there, that's been doing their thing, if they all good, they're gonna fucking win. But I would rather see the Pacers fucking win.
I definitely feel it. Like, yo.
But Brunson, for me, as long as Brunson dropped 30 to 40 points in game 7, my nigga, his chopped cheese is his ace is still free in New York, my nigga. It ain't your fault. We realize what we got in you now, and you are the king as long as you're here. Y'all got to get this man some help now. You know what I'm talking about? But if he drops 30 to 35, maybe even 40 points, and they lose, that nigga's still good on all blocks. You heard me?
D, you look like you got a lot on your mind.
So, I have a lot to say. So I'm gonna say a lot real quick. Let me try to get it out.
Say a lot real quick.
So I think Boston's gonna have an easy road regardless. Yeah, I think it's gonna be easier if they play a banged up Knicks. But at least with the Knicks, you're gonna get the heart, right? And the heart and the hype might get us a win or 2, right? Because we're actually the better defensive team as well, right? So, you know, OG may come back for the Eastern Conference Finals, maybe, or whatever. We'll see what happens. But you're right. I get it. You don't want to see a boxing match where somebody fights a person that's already injured. But the Pacers, I see that could be a sweep, because if the Knicks could have swept the Pacers, I know Boston could sweep the Pacers. The Knicks healthy would have swept the Pacers. I want to make that very clear. The Knicks healthy would have swept the Pacers. But I think Boston being a much better, well-oiled machine than the Knicks, I think that's very possible as well. So I think their road to the finals is easy either way. So I get what Kay is saying.
Right past the line. Hey guys, come on, welcome to the club.
They don't give a fuck who they see. They just sitting there, as you said, Kay, waiting. They eating shrimps and lobsters. Like, which one of these knuckleheads we gotta face? Exactly. Now, as far as the Knicks are concerned in this game 7, I'm not sure. I think, first of all, let me make this clear. It was 3 minutes into the game. They already televised on TV that game 7 was going to be Sunday. So this is part of that bullshit with the fucking NBA shit feeling like it's fucking scripted.
Yo, hold on, Paul. I'm sorry, not to cut you off. But D's head with the cards, the race card, bow. Then he hit you with the conspiracy card. Bow.
It's always ready. It's always locked and loaded, Kay. It's always locked and loaded, Crip. It's always locked and loaded. But listen, if you saw it, it didn't say if necessary. It didn't say. It said Sunday at 3:30. I was like,
see, I think it's Sunday.
Nigga. And listen, you couldn't tell me yesterday we wasn't trying to give him the knockout blow. I saw that shit. I said, "Oh, this is some bull fracking knackle bullshit." Okay, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, the Knicks. I think this is, with the heart injury and everything. This is either going to be a accumulation of all these injuries and all that heart, and it not being enough, or this is going to be pandemonium for the Knicks getting to the Eastern Conference Finals when we basically are doing it on one or two legs, right?
Yeah. But
I think it's great. I think it's great for New York City if we win. Just to say we've been to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think this Game 7 is setting up something much bigger. So that's the point I want to make. That's why I said I got a lot to say. This Game 7 is setting up something much bigger. And it's actually what Mr. Bayless said. I think if the Pacers win, very possible y'all get PG. But I think it's equally as possible the Knicks could get PG if they go to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I was gonna hold you. If PG comes to New York, you got
because PG.
I'm a Knicks fan.
PG already said he would like to play in New York. So I think this is setting up something to happen next year with somebody. Because as basketball fans, and I really want to get Ganja Man's opinion on this. As basketball fans, when you see a team is a step or two away from really being able to make some noise, you get what I'm saying? Or a player or two away, it usually does pique the interest of people who may be available, right? And I want and you did speak. Listen, man, hindsight is 2020. Everything happens for a reason, right? You think it should have been Donovan Mitchell here. If Donovan Mitchell's here, we don't got no OG Anunoby, right? I just want to put that out there. The Knicks are built better this way, right? But we are missing the other guy, which is why you're pointing to Donovan Mitchell. I had this argument with Scotty Tuhati last night, and I told him we have nobody else to create shots outside of Brunson, right? And that's the problem. And at least, even though people didn't like RJ, at least RJ or Randall could create their own shots. Even Quickly could create their own shots. So these are the guys that we're missing. We saw an aggressive OG Anunoby in the series before he went down. He was being very aggressive, but it's not his normal character. So when we saw the aggressive OG, he was creating his own shot. He was getting his own shot, and it was a beautiful thing to watch. But outside of what we saw, which was an anomaly, Brunson's the only guy. And that's what else we need. This is why we need another guy, right? So I'm opening up this conversation real quick to say, if there's a guy, if there's a team, not a guy, if there's a team that's on that cusp, what team is that you think people will gravitate to next season? Because a lot of teams were disappointing and didn't make it. Like, the Clippers, there's a lot of teams that's going to be making a lot of moves. Right. Who do you think? Would it be more the Pacers or be more the Knicks? Who do you think is more closer to that top? Go ahead, Kay.
I want to throw somebody out there who I've been hearing Paul George. Because everybody hear Paul George go somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. I've been hearing that Daryl Mooney says that he's going to bring him over to Philadelphia.
I'm gonna be so upset.
Forget Tobias Harris. We're getting rid of him, and we're going to go. They've been going to Paul George. Like, you know what I'm saying? And people forget how good Philadelphia is because Embiid missed so much time this season. If Embiid doesn't get hurt, Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers are the number 2 seed inside the motherfucking East. Because Maxey did what Maxey did this year.
Good.
So when you look at Maxey as a young superstar who could drop 50 or 46 in the playoff game like he did in the Garden, you know what I'm saying? You look at Embiid, who if he would have played this year, he would have won that MVP back-to-back seasons.
But Paul, I don't like.
You also look at Nick Nurse, who won a chip in Toronto with less. I'm picking Philly. I'm picking Philly.
You know Paul George is my guy. You know Paul George is my favorite player, right? I just don't like Philly. So like, I would be upset if he went there because I don't like Joel Embiid, bro. I don't know what it is about him. I just don't like him. I like Tyrese. I like Maxey a lot. I just don't like Embiid. But you said it would be a really good fit. But I would just hope not. As the fan of Paul George, like the fan in me don't want him there. No, nigga, I don't want a 76ers jersey. I don't want to wear it. I don't. But it makes sense. Like it would be a really good fit.
So I have a better question then, because he did say Philly. I don't think it's a bad place, right? I think it's definitely a viable option, and I think he would dramatically help the team.
Oh, dude.
But as presently constituted, fully healthy, if you had to take a fully healthy Knicks team and a fully healthy Philadelphia team,
which one would you pick?
Who would have won head to head in the playoffs, in your opinion, right? And then thus that would have determined to me why one would be better than the other for maybe a Paul George.
My thing is, I don't, a fully healthy New York Knicks, there's no room for Paul George. Like you got to send wait. You got to send in Hartenstein or Mitch Robinson, right? Mm-hmm. You got the power forward in Julius Randle. You got the 3 guard in OG, and then you got a 2 guard in DiVincenzo or off, whichever one of them dudes. Because I've been trying to ask all year, like, all right, if Randle is there, which one do you put on the bench, Hart or DiVincenzo? And there's no right answer. There's no wrong answer. You know what I'm saying? So then you got Brunson. Unless you say, you know what, fuck them niggas, and we just gonna start Paulie George at the 2. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. Be greedy. If you think about this, think about this for 1 second. This is what got me excited. I'm sorry. Okay. This is what got me excited. If you put Brunson, PG at the 2, OG at the 3, Randle at the 4 with Mitchell Robinson at the 5, that is the best defensive squad and scorers I've seen in a while. And what people don't understand is you could put the Villanova boys on the bench. That's the second unit.
I'll be like when Sacramento had that.
Devo, and fucking Hart with Hartenstein.
First of all,
off the bench.
It's not Devo. It's the Da Vinci Code.
The Da Vinci Code. Oh, and sorry, he's still under contract. You still got Bogey. Oh my God. Bogey's still gonna be under contract. So you got McBride, you got Devo, Hart. Like, it would be beastly. I'm talking about, like, I'm trying to stack the deck and we going straight to the chip. That's what that looks like, bro. That's what that looks like.
I'm not arguing that line.
The only thing, though, that would give Paul George more incentive to go elsewhere is that he was in Indy already. So he got like a love, like, I mean, like the city loves him.
He was drafted by Indiana. He is Mr. Indiana. Like that's his hometown.
He took them to the conference finals twice. That's where he probably want to bring, even though you would get crazy praise for bringing the Knicks a chip because it's the Knicks. But him being in Indy is where it all started. That's where the little shit is going to come in.
Wait. But see, this is the thing. When Kay brought up Philly, the reason why Philly and New York makes sense is because I asked who's on the cusp of winning a chip. Mm-hmm. If he goes to Indy, that would be awesome. But I wouldn't favor them to go to the East to the finals.
No.
With the current team currently constituted and Paul George, I would still pick Philly over Indiana, adding Paul George, than I would pick Indiana to go to the finals. I'll pick Philly to go to the finals with Paul George. You got Maxey, Paul George, and Embiid healthy with the everybody else plug and play or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I could see Philly going to the finals, but I don't see that for Indiana. I see they could fight for it.
I get you. I get what you're saying. I feel you.
And if the Knicks make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, not having that type of firepower, imagine what they could do with Paul George. I'm gonna make one last point, and then we're gonna move on to the other game. Another reason why I like the Paul George move is because even if he doesn't play a whole season, we could still plug in Devo in his absence so he could be fully healthy. I like the depth that the Knicks would have, that we could play around with these pieces. And in playoff times, all we need is Paul George to go ham.
Yeah, Paul George has been available for the playoffs for the last couple of seasons. So let's give him that. Like, I mean, like, so he's been there. Remember, he's the reason the Clippers did anything in any of the playoffs. Let's keep it funky. Kawhi's been the one more injured, but
yeah,
he's gonna give you more games. He's been playing. He's been
but that's my point. I think the Knicks are closer in this small period of time than the Pacers. And once again, to Kate's point, injuries is a key part of all of this because Mitchell Robinson doesn't stay healthy, Randall doesn't stay healthy, and B doesn't stay healthy. I mean, we could go on and on. So it's just about what's a more favorable pick. Next game, game freaking 7. Denver Nuggets, Minnesota Timberwolves, Defensive Player of the Year, Best Defensive Team, reigning champions. Who y'all got in this game 7?
Start it, K.
Damn it, man. I wanted you to start it.
No, you got your arms crossed. When the arms is crossed, that means you got something to say. Yeah, I feel you. I feel the same exact way, bro.
It's like I've been saying Denver all year. If y'all go back, I've been saying Denver all year. I've been saying there's not a team who I see could beat Denver because they let teams get up ahead of them and then they catch up and they just walk them down, especially at home. But Minnesota is not that team that if you get them a 10 to 15 point lead, that Denver comes back. It's like whoever goes up big first, like none of these teams are making a big comeback on the next one. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. I'm going to go Minnesota. I'm going to go Minnie. I want Denver to win. I want Denver to win, but I just feel like Minnesota can do it. Oh, it's time. Like, they can do it. They can do it. They know what it takes. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they haven't done it before. It's not like we haven't won in Denver. Like, you know what I'm saying? We only lost one game in Denver so far. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, it's just they won 2 in Denver already. You know what I'm saying? And those 2 wasn't even close. It's a game 7. The Joker's on one. The Joker's going to be on one. But I just feel like if you continue if Minnesota continues to hound Jamal Murray, don't let Murray go off. Put Ant-Man on from the top to the end. That's the difference. It's like when it comes down to 2 evenly matched teams and superstars and everything else, it's just like my superstar is a 2-way player, and he could guard your superstar and make him shoot a bad percentage and hold him to less points. And that just may be the difference. That has to be. You know what I'm saying? Jamal can't go for 30 and then Ant-Man go for 40 because Denver's going to win with Jamal's 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to keep Jamal Murray under his numbers, dude. You got to keep AG. AG ain't going to do that shit anymore. I like what Jaden McDaniel said about AG. He said, straight up, we've been disrespecting him. He said, I seen him open and I didn't run the close out. He said, as a grown man and as a professional, he should feel disrespected. So he showed us that we got to respect him now. We ain't going to lay off AG no more. Like, that ain't happening no more. You know what I'm saying? We respect his game now. That carries on to game 7. I feel like the difference is Ant-Man or McDaniels, whoever it is, if they can hold Jamal Murray under 20 points and have him shoot a very bad percentage, that's the edge that Minnesota needs. But if Jamal Murray's on and he's hopping and he's doing his thing and it's over.
All right. Let me think. I ain't gonna like. I want to see Ant win. I really do. I fucking love Ant, yo. He got my attitude if I was fucking nice. That's how I'd be showing up to the conferences and my wife beater talking shit if I was nice. And I love Ant Edwards. I fucking love this nigga, yo. But I cannot go against the Joker, bro. And the defending champ. This is what they do. Like, bro, did you see this nigga standing up? He looked
the whole fourth quarter. The whole fourth quarter just tight watching that shit.
WWE. He like Gunther from WWE. Like he was just, I'm going to kill them. Like that nigga, he's gonna have 40 and 20. I guarantee you he's gonna have 40 and 20. Goldberg is in for a long night, bro. Yo, bro, he went home for like a quick day and he was lifting horses. I know that's what this nigga did, bro. Like I see it in his face. He is going to kill these. He's gonna wild out. Big game from Joker.
He's gonna wild out. I agree.
I agree with my co-host with Kate. It's all on Jamal Murray. Like if they can contain Jamal Murray and not let him Murray it up, like then that's where it's gonna be. But Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, like KCP due for a good game.
He had a good game last game. He had 16.
Yeah, like it wasn't like you know what I mean? Like nigga, they was already game was over in the first quarter. Yeah, nigga. The fuck, like game was over in the first 10 minutes, bro. Like them niggas came out wilding. Like them niggas was wilding. So yeah, of course you got. But I can't go against Denver, bro. Defending champs, MVP.
This is what they do. They do game 7. Yo, we do know that in the past like 3 years or 4 years, Denver has played in the most game 7s in the postseason. Like every year they play in the game 7. Yeah. Remember, there was that one year where every series they went 7 for them niggas. Like,
every series that was like the bubble out there.
That was the bubble. With like
1-3.
Yes, they was down 3-1 and came back 2 straight series and forced a game 7. They always play in game 7s. Jamal and Joker, they are game 7 masters. They know this shit. Exactly. And this is maybe first saying, like Mike Conley has never won a game 7.
He's playing?
I think Conley's do. Mike Conley, I'm going to say that for y'all one more again. Mike Conley has never in his life won a game 7 in the NBA. He may be due.
But he's playing though, right? He's playing?
Yeah, he's playing. He was the difference last game. He's the reason. Hey, going back to what I said a few shows ago, the game they didn't have Conley, they got smoked. And Ant-Man said it. He said, that game, I was trying to be the distributor and a scorer. But now that Conley's back, I ain't got to worry about that shit. He can get everybody involved. I'm going to score. He said it plain as day.
I'm going Denver. I can't. Like it's they proven. I can't. It's Denver. I'm going with Denver. I want to see Ant win though so bad, bro. He's for us. He's for the culture.
I feel you.
He's for the culture. He's for the culture. I want to see him win so bad. He's for the culture. But I got Denver. I got Denver.
Okay. So I'm officially the tiebreaker because we got one Minnie, we got one Denver. I would listen. This is one of the toughest picks I've ever had to make. But I'm going to stay consistent, and I'm going to stand on what? Business. Me and Kay last show picked the Timberwolves. So I'm picking the Timberwolves. But I'm going to give the keys to the game as well. I know what I want to happen because I would love to see Minnesota versus Boston. That and it be a new regime in the finals, right? I would love to see that. This is the thing. It's not about Jamal Murray. I want to make this clear. Jamal Murray just needs to hover around 15 to 17 points. The key to this game, I believe, is going to continue to be Aaron Gordon. When they made Aaron Gordon the point forward to play off the ball, to run the show, his assists have gone up. He's been aggressive offensively, and it's allowed Jamal Murray to play off the ball in order to score. I think the real key to the game for Denver is Michael Porter Jr. He has yet to have a Michael Porter Jr. game. And Aaron Gordon has stepped up in the scoring part of it for Michael Porter Jr. Now, them being home, knowing Joker about to go for 60, I don't know that they're going to be able, this young team is going to be able to withstand about what they're about to go into in this game 7. If we're talking how it normally goes, as you know, K, because we longtime basketball fans. The more inexperienced team in the game 7 usually loses. But it's something about this that feels like it's a strong possibility Ant-Man could pull this off. But the keys to this game, like the Michael Porter Jr.'s and the Aaron Gordons and Jamal Murray's, because Joker's gonna kill these niggas. It's about the others. It's about the others. If the others don't show up to support him, it's a wrap. And it's the same thing for Minnesota. Because Ant-Man's going to try to take their head off. Ant-Man's going to try to take their head. He's going to try to cut the head off the snake. But he going to need the squad. The squad got to show up. They got to want it as bad as he do. Because when you see him in the press conference, I told these motherfuckers we going there. I see y'all at game 7. Yeah. he with all the shits. And that's the shit we like. That's the shit we want to see. That's the competitive nature we love in basketball.
All of it.
All of it.
We want more.
So I can't help but to want to see Ant-Man pull this off. But you usually can't go against the heart of a champion. And if anything scares me about this game, is how Joker is like, I will break you.
Bruh, remember in Batman?
Yeah, game 7.
Remember when Batman was Harvey Dent in the hospital?
Yeah.
That's what this is about to be, nigga. Ching, press the button. He's gonna blow the fucking hospital up, bro. He's about to blow the hospital up. Everybody was dead. He's gonna get in the back of the school bus and cut.
I think he's gonna have 20 and 10 in the first quarter. Straight up and down.
But hey.
40 and 20 for the game.
Hey. We named a bunch of X factors for Denver. Let me give you a few names for Minnesota. All right. Neil Walker Alexander and Nas Reed. If them two come out there and slow-mo, okay? If them 3 come out there and they have good games, Minnesota normally wins. I'm just telling you. Like that's their bench mob right there. Ant-Man do what he do, but he needs some rest. When Neil Walker Alexander is playing that defense and hitting and knocking down his shots, they almost, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, his corner 3. If he can hit his corner 3s, those.
Nas Reed be aggressive. Take the open shot when he got it, but go down low and abuse these little niggas when they too small for you. Because other than Joker, they're all too small for you. You know what I'm talking about? He been busting MPJ ass. That's why MPJ ain't been able, because you got to guard big niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they come out and they play, because like you said, game 7 is about the others. That's the Minnesota others, the unknowns. We ain't even talking about the Jaden McDaniel. We already know that. We know Big Cat. We know the Go Big got to have a double-double. You know what I'm saying? We already know that. Conley got to have a decent game. Like, we know that already. But watch Nas Reed, Neil Walker Alexander.
I thought it was great. I thought you brought up a great point, Kay, before we finished the show, that Mike Conley has never won a game 7. And I think if there was a script writer for such a great player in the league, Mike Conley deserves this. You know, he deserves this. And this is where I stand on my business. I said since Joker got his MVP, that means he will not go to the finals. So Mike Conley, go get your game 7, boy. Go get that game 7, boy.
Listen, if he dies, he dies.
He dies.
that's all that matters. That nigga Joker tonight. I mean, Joker did not come to play, bro. He's not coming to play. He got 40, 20, and 8, bro.
At halftime.
Listen, the one person he's gonna hit like 3 threes. The one person we don't have to worry about in tomorrow's game is Joker.
Yeah,
that's the one person we know is gonna have
ham and cheese.
And if he hits a 3, the first 3, the fucking crowd's gonna go.
I'm telling you, he's gonna hit 2 to 3 threes tomorrow. Watch.
Denver crowd, bro. When Denver crowd get in the game, Lord fucking Jesus, bro.
We'll know. Listen, we'll know by the first quarter who's winning this game. I'll tell you that.
Facts.
The
Agreed.
first quarter is going to tell us.
Agreed.
First quarter is going to tell us. It's going to be but it is exciting. I will say this: the NBA has been exciting this year. They have not let us down. It would be even more amazing if there was no injuries, but injuries are part of the game. So, but they have not disappointed. I will say that.
Us as older guys, it hurts to see our guys go. Like I've been through a few. I don't want to say my age, but I've been through a few generations. I don't see niggas play that I used to love, and their kids is playing, and now their kids is about to like. It hurts to see some of our guys go, but these young guys coming up, man, I'm okay with where the league going.
I will say this. I will say this, Quest. I haven't been impressed with a lot of the young guys, but there's certain young guys that makes me feel extremely happy and hopeful for the future. And Ant-Man is one of those guys. I know he got it. I know he has the rings, and Ant-Man right now is showing up how we thought Ja would. And Ant-Man is showing up how we thought Ja would. And it's not over for Ja. Exactly. It's not over for Ja, but if there's something and someone he can look to have that drive and motivation, I think Ant-Man's that guy.
Ant-Man just took Ja's spot. This is what Ja was doing. Ant-Man, okay, Ja got hurt. Ant-Man just came and took that lane. Like he stole Ja's lane. Ja gave it to him with all the dumb shit. But this is what Ja was doing for us the past 2-3 years. What Ant-Man is doing right now is the feeling that Ja has been giving us. Facts. All the way.
That's a fact.
And just imagine if for the next 5 years we got to pick between Ja, Ant-Man, and SGA in the West. That would be crazy.
And that's why I be telling y'all, like, yo, the West is stacked. The West got so much talent. Like, it's hard out there in the West. Like, it ain't.
It's like when Kobe was winning in the West. Like, the West back then, everybody was 50-win teams. The whole playoffs. All 8 teams was 50 wins.
So,
like, but then with the youngins, like, it's like, damn, you have your favorite team, but there's so many nice youngins everywhere. You just love them over there. You're like, damn, I'm a Clippers fan, but damn, I love this nigga Anthony Edwards. God damn it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm excited. I'm about to pick up a basketball.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this has been a very extended version of the semi-finals part 3 episode of Straight from the Block, only on 92.6 WKBP, The Spot. I am Deplano, co-host. Holla at him on the way out.
You already rolled it is, man. It's your boy Questro, a.k.a. Crip Bayless. Stop playing with me, you heard?
Boy, Aston Martin, Mr. Martin, one last thing. The Knicks got a chance to sign Donovan Mitchell in the offseason.
He's not letting it go.
He can't.
I would love to see myself back in New York.
Nah. Listen, the Donovan Mitchell New York experiment is over.
I ended the show. Don't you try
it's over. He's going to Miami. He going to Miami.